Imagine losing your job, not for doing something wrong, but for doing the right thing. That's exactly what happened to Alyssa, a young black waitress who offered kindness to a disabled veteran in a cafe. What she didn't know was that minutes later, the doors would burst open and an entire squad of Marines would storm in, demanding justice. What happened next shocked everyone in the room. The lunch rush at Sunnyside Cafe was always loud, clattering dishes, impatient customers, and the smell of fresh coffee. Among the servers hustling around was Alicia Johnson, a 24-year-old black waitress known for her warm smile and big heart. That day, she noticed something unusual: a frail, elderly veteran in a wheelchair, struggling to push himself through the narrow cafe doors. His uniform cap, worn with pride, told the story of his service. Without a second thought, Alicia rushed to him. "Don't worry, sir, I got you," she said kindly, holding the door wide open and guiding him inside. She even moved some chairs around so his wheelchair could fit comfortably. Customers watched, some smiling, others frowning. But Alicia didn't care. She just wanted the man to feel respected. She brought him a cup of hot coffee on the house and patiently listened as he introduced himself. Sergeant Daniel Miller, a Marine veteran who had lost the use of his legs in service. Alicia leaned closer and whispered, "You don't worry about the bill today, Sergeant. You've done enough for this country." Unfortunately, not everyone appreciated Alicia's kindness. The cafe's manager, Mr. Peterson, had been watching from the counter, his face tightening with disapproval. He was known as a man who valued profits more than people. He stomped over and hissed at Alicia in front of everyone. "Did you just give away free coffee? Do you think we're running a charity here?" Alicia straightened her back and replied calmly, "Sir, he's a veteran. He's given everything for this country. It's just one cup of coffee." But Peterson wasn't moved. "I don't care who he is. Rules are rules. You don't give anything for free. And you certainly don't rearrange my cafe for one customer." The cafe grew quiet. All eyes were on the argument. Sergeant Miller lowered his head, clearly embarrassed. Alicia reached out and placed a comforting hand on his shoulder. That was the last straw for Peterson. "You're done here, Alicia. Get out. You're fired." Gasps filled the room. A woman at a nearby table muttered, "You can't be serious." But Peterson was deadly serious. Tears welled up in Alicia's eyes, but she refused to let Peterson see her break. She untied her apron, laid it neatly on the counter, and whispered, "If kindness is against your rules, then I don't want to work here anyway." Sergeant Miller looked devastated. "I'm so sorry you lost your job because of me," he said softly. But Alicia smiled and squeezed his hand. "Don't apologize. You deserve respect. I'd do it all over again." She walked out of the cafe with her head held high, but inside, her heart was breaking. She needed this job to pay rent, yet she couldn't let that greedy manager treat a veteran, or herself, that way. What neither Alicia nor Peterson knew was that Sergeant Miller wasn't just any veteran. He was deeply loved and respected in the Marine community, and word of what had happened was about to spread like wildfire. Minutes after Alicia left, the door of the cafe burst open again, this time with a squad of Marines in full uniform. They had come straight from a nearby base after Sergeant Miller, shaken and hurt, had called one of his old friends for comfort. The Marines marched in with stern faces, and their commanding officer's voice boomed across the cafe. "Which one of you thought it was okay to fire a woman for helping a United States Marine?" Everyone froze. Customers pulled out their phones, recording the scene. Peterson's face turned pale, but he tried to bluff. I don't care who you are. She broke the rules. This is my business." The officer stepped closer, towering over him. "Your business just disrespected every man and woman who served this country. That waitress showed more honor in 5 minutes than you have in your entire career." Applause broke out among the customers. Someone shouted, "Bring her back." Another yelled, "Shame on you." Peterson stuttered, I can give her the job back." But it was too late. The Marines weren't interested in saving his reputation. Instead, the officer turned to the crowd and declared, "From this day forward, no Marine, no veteran, and no decent American will ever set foot in this place again." The story spread like wildfire online. Videos of the Marines confronting Peterson went viral within hours. The cafe's reputation collapsed overnight. Customers stopped coming. Review sites were flooded with criticism, and within a month, the cafe shut down for good. As for Alyssa, her act of kindness didn't go unnoticed. The Marines reached out to her, and Sergeant Miller himself made sure her name was known in the veteran community. Soon, she was offered a new job at a local restaurant owned by a veteran's family, a place where kindness was celebrated, not punished. And the best part? When Alyssa walked in on her first day, Sergeant Miller was sitting at the corner table with a cup of coffee, smiling proudly. "You see, young lady," he said, "sometimes standing up for what's right costs you something, but it also brings blessings you never expected." Alyssa beamed, her heart swelling with pride. She had lost a job, but she gained respect, love, and a family that truly valued her. The cafe that fired her became a forgotten name, but Alyssa's story of courage and compassion lived on as a reminder. Kindness always wins in the end. And that's how one waitress's simple act of kindness changed everything. Alyssa lost her job that day, but she gained something far greater: respect, love, and a family that stood by her. Her story reminds us that kindness is never wasted, no matter the cost. If you were inspired by Alyssa's courage, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more powerful stories, and share it with someone who needs a reminder that kindness always wins.